Hey all, Diplomat here again, coming to you from the USA. Still January 19th. I put out a few videos today, hopefully to give you guys some good initial content to look at as we go through this discovery, which might take a few videos, but that's what we're going to do. So last we left off, we had just reviewed some of the write-up with the discussions of between the officers and some of Shanann's friends. So please ensure you go back and look at the previous video if you've not seen it before. But now we're up to page 16 in Adobe. This is Discovery page 61. And this is from Officer James. These are handwritten notes. A lot of this is related to what's above, but it's pretty interesting going through their handwritten notes. You get a little view into the officer, how they interpreted the feedback, how they noted it down, and how that turns ultimately into their reports. So let's go. First of all, I don't know what this is or if it's relevant, but maybe a little doodling up here. But anyway, let's go into, this is a Sandy, Utah comment about the Facebook, Shanann Watts. This was the false, information, not false information, but this was somebody out in Utah that saw two girls that looked like twins with a guy under the tree, the aquatic center. The girls were crying the whole time, and the guy turned away. But it looked like the girls at Dimple Dell. That obviously was not them. This is some notes about Chris Watts and the friends that he gave their names of, Shanann's friends. So Sam talked July 18th via text with Shanann. Routine, nothing off. Chris, didn't want baby, wants separation. Saturday night baseball game, buddies, salmon and beer, $60 something, seems like a lot. Westminster, Rusty Bucket, ate something, gift home, I don't know what that means. Got home, 2 hours later. Rocky's game, pregnant, nausea. So it's interesting how they take these notes down, right, and turn it into their reports. Pretty impressive that they can take these kinds of notes and then get all that into a written statement. But they're professionals. So here we got Erie, Jeremy, scheduled life, rain machine goes. I think that's the machines in the kids' rooms that make the sound of rain. Kids take medicine. Once every few months, Chris has house with the kids and talks to mom. I guess Chris talks to his mom a lot. Maybe that's what that is. Cindy. Last night, Lavelle, Phoenix, 7 p.m. Nikki and Shanann from Addie from Nikki. That's where she was hearing her information. Thursday, event. Friday through Sunday. She saw her Friday through Sunday. Husband distant, not compatible anymore, blindside. Try go away for the weekend. Deleted Facebook account. Proud of her with the kids. Of her and kids. He wrote. Having boy 15 weeks. Cancel gender reveal party. Not sure what that says. Him seeing someone. He appeared more fit. He got more fit recently. Rocky's game, Sunday. Did not want baby, told Addie. Routine person, helicopter mom, passive man, calm person. Lupus, so distraught about Chris. Getting annoyed with her recently. Known her couple years, early May, April. That's her knowing Shanann. At dinner, and their names that they were at dinner. That's Sunday night in Arizona. Addie, Christina. Cold to her. Oh, this is now Christina. Cold to her. 2 months she had surgery, helped with the kids, loving and caring. So when she came in from Hawaii, North Carolina, she started calling, not touch, kiss, talking. She 14 years friends. He didn't want baby, scared, just 2 girls, not compatible anymore, allow 5 weeks. I couldn't do it anymore, struggling a bit. A boy, super excited, willing to go to therapy with her, Aspen, Friday with her. She was done if. I don't know if he meant to complete another sentence, finish that sentence, but it's obviously incomplete. Maybe she was done if that didn't work, or Chris said no in the end to go into therapy. So they last spoke Friday, when she was in Arizona. Sex of baby, everybody spoke with her. Every day she spoke with her. She was in charge, loving, caring, lovey-dovey. Tired of not being able to hang something on the wall. That was with regards to Chris saying that he couldn't even hang something on the wall. He wanted to say in things. Like my sister. That, I don't know. Maybe that's like she became like his sister. He felt like it was his sister now. That's how turned off he was. I don't know. Just happened in North Carolina. Civil because of kids. Makes no sense. Put kids in Shanann first. Aggressive with kids around him. Did not touch her or ask about baby. Come back to her, another man. Routine, OCD, everything in order. This line I had trouble with. Oh, even with what she was wearing. How much of this about unless asleep? I can't make out these 2 words. Never leaves without flip-flops. We know that was a big key because they were by the front door. Protective of kids. Struggles sometimes financially. Wanted marriage to work. I can't fight with him or without him. Girls are light sleepers. Open garage early in morning. Chris went out front door. Something outside garage. She would not leave like that. Hard to imagine Chris hurt girls. He's attentive, active, caring. Kids and marriage problems started to something together to get worse. So he deleted Facebook page, plans everything, never leaves like that. So just random various notes about him and her kind of slapped together. Here's Addie. Things not good between her and Chris. Every day concerned he was having an affair. So they knew. She knew. Shanann knew, I think. These girls are smart. They talk a lot. Changes like this in a husband usually, lots of times, mean an affair. Sudden changes like that. He didn't want baby. Canceled gender reveal party. He was not wanting baby 2 weeks ago. Text string. Text messages. Him cheating Sunday night said, looked sad. Him cheating? I apologize if that does not say cheating. Went to Rockies with a group of guys out late. Babysitter. Shanann communicated with babysitter. Went great. Food after. Had beer and salmon. Dinner bill $62. He told her what he spent. He's been deleting every text with Dad. That certainly has been something brought up and is very interesting. What was he needing to delete with his dad? Falling out with his parents in North Carolina. Chris' mom exposed her to tree nut allergy. Didn't come to Cece's birthday. Dad is Chris and Shanann felt Dad. Shanann, Chris felt she had problems with Dad, I guess. We know there were issues between Chris's family and Shanann, especially her mom. Chris deleted his Facebook last Thursday. He seemed to come around when found out boy because he wanted a boy. Chris is part of her social media for her business. He needed a break from it. Friends with them for about 3 years. Part of she's part of the company with her for Thrive. this I'm going to skip. They don't communicate well anymore. Chris wouldn't say what was bothering him, what was wrong with the relationship. Anxious to get home, he was carrying around to her to Arizona. He was carrying Prim to her going. He was. I don't know what this says. Anxious to get home. She was anxious to get home. I think he was supportive of her going to Arizona. I'm sorry, I don't know what that note says. Looking forward to this weekend to get away. Nikki was going to watch the kids. She believed she never would have left medicine, phone, car seats. Best mom she knows. Most organized, planning everything. He's always been a great dad. Only local person that confided in was Nikki. Most of her friends through business. Friend Amanda, director of school. They had play dates. Karen lives in Colorado, but didn't discuss Chris in Arizona. Chris told her that the neighbor had the security camera pointed at the house. See, again, Chris being compliant. Hey, by the way, just so you know, there's a security camera my neighbor has. It's pointed at my house. I was just curious if you wanted to see that because I'm in it. It's very interesting, seriously, when you think about that. Was it just his compliance, that was getting him into trouble? What did he think this was going to accomplish? I don't know. So next, we get into page 21. That's Discovery, page 66. Okay, this is Officer Ed Goodman. So some of this could seem repetitive when we get into the narrative, but it's the write-ups from the different officers. So it's each one's point of view, perspective, what they experienced, and so it's definitely interesting in going through each of them. So we have just references to Bella and Celeste here. On Monday, August 13th at approximately 11 p.m., I was requested to assist in the search for a mother and her 2 juvenile daughters in the Windham Hill subdivision. The mother and daughters were identified to me as Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. It was explained to me that there had been no contact with Shanann or the daughters throughout the day, and that she had not contacted any of her friends or family. It was further explained that she and her husband, Christopher, had discussed separating from each other earlier that morning, and that a friend of hers had called in to check well-being, because Shanann and the 2 girls had not been heard from or seen that day, and that Shanann had not taken any identification, vehicle, money, cell phone, credit cards, children's car seats, etc. So one interesting thing I found about was this check well-being. I didn't know that existed. I don't know if that exists in every state, but it certainly was a great tactic used by Nikki. Nicole, her friend, to get the cops to be able to do something active versus just a missing persons, which usually takes time before they'll put that through. So because she was pregnant, but because she had certain medical conditions, she used this tactic of check well-being, which I think was brilliant. I was requested to help search the Windham Hill subdivision homes, which are currently under construction, in case Shanann and the girls had for some reason sought refuge there. So that was the set of houses behind them that was still under construction. They were searching there. I helped search through numerous homes which were open and under construction, as well as construction dumpsters in the Windham Hill area, to try to locate any evidence of the 3. I did not observe anything which would indicate Shanann or her daughters were in the area. I was then requested by Sergeant Bakes to enter Shanann, Bella, and Celeste into CCIC and CIC as missing persons with a request to check on their well-being if contacted. At approximately 2 a.m. on Tuesday, August 14th, I contacted Christopher to gather some information that was required on the missing persons report. For example, the girl's height, weight, hair, and eye color, and any scars or marks. When I tried to speak with Christopher, at that time I had called the telephone number he provided. Several attempts had been made to call Christopher, but when the number would be connected, there was just dead air. At approximately 2:05, I received a call from Christopher from a different phone number. Christopher told me something had been wrong with his telephone, and he had now been calling me from his work telephone. Interesting, I didn't know that. I explained to Christopher that I needed some information regarding his daughters, so they could be entered as being missing, and he advised me of the requested information. He also told me that Shanann had a scar in the middle of her forehead, above the bridge of her nose, which ran in an up and down direction, not side to side. He also told me the scar had been caused by glass from an accident she had been involved in. At that, it was difficult to see, and only became visible if she became heated, as if she had been in the sun too long. Christopher at that time told me that he still had not heard from his wife, and that he could not think of anybody else for us to call to try to help locate her and his daughters. It should be mentioned that once I had made contact with Christopher, he did not ask me if I had been calling because I had any information concerning his missing wife and daughters, or if I was calling because they had been found. So that's really interesting. Obviously, if you're a spouse who has their spouse missing and their kids, cop calls, he expects, hey, have you found them? Where are they? Did you get any information? And, obviously the cop picked up on that because he didn't ask if he had any information. After speaking with Christopher, I provided the information of Weld County dispatch records, and Shanann, Bella, and Celeste were entered as missing persons. Dispatch faxed over the confirmation information to me, and it is included in this report. I had also checked with dispatch to see if they could electronically advise any hospitals in the area, making them aware of our CWB missing persons. I was advised that the only way to contact the hospitals would be to call each one individually. At approximately 4:38 a.m., I was contacted directly at the PD by Shanann's mother, Sandra. Sandra was upset and told me that she and her husband believe that her daughter and granddaughter's disappearance involved foul play, and that she honestly believes that her son-in-law was involved in the disappearance of her daughter and granddaughters. Wow. Yep, she knew too. She stated that Christopher is acting weird and out of the ordinary. She said that Christopher is telling people he has to go to work, and that just doesn't seem right. She felt that he is going out to pour oil on the bodies to dispose of them somewhere. Wow. And yes, saying you have to go to work after your family's missing obviously doesn't seem right. She was onto something here, though. Picked up on him wanting to go to work, that he was going to do something like that to dispose. Unbelievable. Rusek said that she felt when Shanann had come home late from her trip and had been exhausted, and that she and Christopher had argued, but due to Shanann's lupus, she would have not been able to put up a fight. That's sad. I'm sorry. Just had a visual there, and it's rough. By the way, if any of this is ever hard to listen to, I just ask that, you stop it. Take a break, come back later, or just, don't listen to certain parts. Especially as we keep going forward, there's going to get into a lot of difficult items, autopsies. I don't even know if I'll be able to handle it, but I'll do my best. But again, I encourage you, if it's too much at times, skip it. Go to a different video or just stop altogether. I'm not looking to upset anyone or put you through rough nightmares. So please listen at your own discretion. Rusek also told me that she had bought Shanann an Apple iWatch, and the ID was her plan number. She said she had purchased it under a T-Mobile plan, but that Shanann had transferred it to her own AT&T account. She identified the iWatch as being a 38mm silver alloy, white in color. Rusek then called me back and told me that she and her husband Frank had just spoken to Christopher and that he is not shedding a tear about missing family. She did tell me that she told him if he was involved, he would see her become irate. Yeah, sure. Every reason to. Rusek finally told me that Christopher had called a neighbor and told them that he feels we are watching him about his involvement in this. Gosh, I didn't even see this before. I explained to Rusek that she should not threaten Christopher or say too much in regards to the direction of this investigation, as we do not know exactly what the circumstances are involving the whereabouts of Shanann and her granddaughters. I recorded my telephone contact with Christopher on my body-worn camera and is available on evidence.com. End of report. So it's very interesting, obviously, as the way the cops, I've come to learn how the cops manage these kinds of situations. Even though they knew he was lying, if you watch the videos, they play dumb, and it's brilliant. And the point that he makes to Shanann's mom is exactly for that reason. You don't want to put him on the defensive right away. You don't want to talk too much about what they know, what they think, because he'll think that they're onto him. He'll stop talking. He'll lawyer up, whatever the case. So it's actually best to keep the family away from Chris, so that they don't give out too much info about what the cops think or anything like that. So, and it's also obviously, had they been alive, it's for the purpose of making sure that he doesn't do anything to them if he starts to know that he's under scrutiny, and that they're really making sure that every chance or opportunity to find them alive is possible. So pretty interesting how they work that. So for this video, we'll stop there at page 24 in Adobe. That's discovery page 69. We'll start there with the next video. So thanks again for watching, and any feedback, please let me know. Post in the comments, and please feel free to share with your friends. But again, please, listen at your own discretion. All right? This is the Diplomat signing off. I hope you have a great rest of your day.